Hey, I'm Tom Herman, head football coach, Florida Atlantic University. Now going on my second season. Thrilled to be here in Boca Raton and to get this thing kicked off. There's a lot of really nice places to live, not a lot of great football, a lot of really good football, not the greatest of places to live. So to be able to find that combination here was a godsend, if you will. Coming to FAU was a lot different than any other job that we've taken in the past. A lot different point in my life. I made a promise to my wife. We kind of agreed together that if we got back into college football coaching, that the job needed to be a place, first and foremost, that my family is happy living. And then it's got to be a place where we can compete for championships. And that is a tough combination to find in today's college football.
Be with us, Lord. Walk with us, Lord. Run with us, Lord. Hit with us, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
This is about proving people wrong. Now it's time to show the world.
I'm my mama's son, it's in my blood. I know I'm built to win. World champion.
Cris Carter, NFL Hall of Famer, used to be a broadcaster, then worked with the NFL League Office and Player Development, now at Florida Atlantic University, that I've actually resided in Boca Raton for over 30 years. Tom Herman approached me last year about the opportunity. And I knew a lot about the university, had a lot of experience, not only just because I lived here, but also I knew the coaches that had previously been here and was very familiar with the success that they had.
I tell the powers that be all the time, I don't need Florida's collective. I don't need Alabama's collective. I don't need Florida State's collective. But we better be spending close to what South Florida is and Tulane is, because winning costs money, a lot of it. What I've learned in college athletics, the support better match the expectations. Meaning, it's great to want to win. I love going to places that expect winning championships, because usually they're funded well and the pieces are in place for that to happen. It's really frustrating as a coach to say you have to win or we fire you, but we're not going to give you the resources necessary to win. There's a disconnect there, right? And so you asked about the change in landscape, NIL. As long as we're competitive in this league and we're spending what the top schools in our league are spending, we're going to be a top school in our league when it comes to results on the field on Saturday. We were a very bad football team last year, and yet we were in 6 one-score games, and we got rid of people that needed to get rid of, and we brought in our kind of guys, and it has been a joy to be around this team this entire offseason. We upgraded the talent for sure, but golly, have we upgraded the type of people.
NIL is an acronym for name,
image, likeness.
College athletes are now able to leverage their brands and who they are in order to make money.
It allows them to really start building their brand away from the sport that they play at a younger age.
Today's student athletes are earning at the high level 7 figures through endorsements and NIL monetization.
Some say they're concerned about outside groups spending huge amounts of cash to lure and possibly steal top talent.
Players follow the money. Teams with the most money get the best talent.
NIL's changed the landscape of college sports. We're talking specifically about college football, but it's changed. I think now that it's legal in every way to be able to say, hey, if you want to come to our program, here's what we can offer you, and here's what we can offer you financially. Where does it go? I don't know where we go from here. But the beautiful thing is taking a program of this size, can you continue to scale it? Can you continue to attract top tier talent? And can you build the financial end where you have the resources to not only bring people in, but keep them, because it kind of becomes wild, wild west. So this will tell the entire story, and the story is just beginning. Who knows what it's going to look like, but I'm excited to see it evolve. My name is Shawn Meaike, and I became a resident of Florida about 4 or 5 years ago. I live 10 minutes from FAU. I build businesses. That's what I do. I take things that are duplicatable and I make them better.
Shawn has gone above and beyond the call of duty, and we can't thank him enough. This is a ridiculous way for us to stay relevant in this name, image, and likeness market.
A lot of conversation in college football about NIL and the opportunity. College football has always been the farm system for pro football, but they never had to pay for it. Why this story will be fascinating is because we have kids from all over the United States that have trusted their ability to Florida Atlantic University. Now, we're just in the beginning stages of creating the NIL program that we believe will make it more advantageous for us to be able to grow the program.
Let's get it. Guys, the block point. Big day today. Big day today.
Cris Carter, when I realized he was at FAU, he said something that struck me. I said, talk to me about the season this year. And he said, we need money for NIL. I said, how much y'all need? He said, as much as we can get, which is always a good answer. I said, if you had $500,000, what would happen? He said, we'd win 10 games. I said, if I get you $500,000, y'all win 10 games. And he said, yes. So I got him $500,000. And here's the beautiful part of the story. We're just starting. So either Cris Carter's gonna be right, we're gonna have one hell of a story where FAU wins 10, or he won't be. And I'm pulling for the over on that. This is a guy who does not need to be helping out at the FAU program. He's definitely not doing it for money. He's got a love for kids.
We got a few coaches played a little football. Y'all might want to listen.
When we sat down and analyzed the roster, we had to have real come to Jesus conversation with coaches, with our recruiting staff, with the coordinators, and really trying to get Coach Herman's vision in year number 2 with the players. So even when we started recruiting, we not only recruited players, we started recruiting families, and we started recruiting character, because you're not going to be able to come here yet and get rich. Now, we got a couple guys around 6 figures apiece, and we're going to continue to build on. This is the first time. We just now started getting going. But the ability to be able to come here, make some money, your college experience. We got 1,000 palm trees that line the road as you go to work, go to work out, go to class, go to socialize, and then the network you're in Boca Raton. We believe that the product is really being undersold.
Agreed.
Got beautiful facilities.
Agreed.
We got a coach that we know has won on all levels, a proven commodity. We got 4 other former NFL players on the staff, our coach, our facilities, our coaching staff, and we're looking to change. So we immediately got 41 new players. And we were doing that, man, with a shoestring budget. So we lost some of the players that we really wanted to because they were outside of our strike zone, and typically they all went to SEC schools.
Will get a nod, defensive end, go outs. This year, I think I want to work on just being more of a leader on the team and coming to play, showing everybody what I can do on and off the field. Just want to be an impact. NIL is just a place that not many people are sure about or understand. And my position, I feel like I've seen it at the SEC level and this level, and I just feel like it's just really took the stress off my parents of having to worry about financials with me in college.
You know, a guy like Wilkie, he comes here, you know, from Auburn, visiting, and then Mississippi State offers him a bag of money, 6 figures. He decides to go there. The next thing you know, the money ain't right. So we get him, he comes back. He's like, hey, can we start that conversation? I said, exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Right where I put the dot on the period on that, let's go. Like, let's do this. You know, so to be able to get a player like that, and then that was after I met you, which made something like that available. He's the kind of player that could be all conference. He could be defensive MVP. Like, he could be a second-day draft pick in the NFL, just turned 19 years old, got 4 years of eligibility. So, I mean, NIL is real, man. It's real. And when you're involved in this space, if they bring you on player development, player engagement, you're going to have your eye on NIL, because it's running stuff in college football, no doubt.
When you look at this team this year as a quarterback, like, what is your idea of a successful season for you?
You know, just first taking it day by day, trying to build and grow just day by day, you know, not taking no steps back, just taking steps forward. And then trying to go 1-0 in everything, trying to give your best, put your best foot towards everything. And, you know, leaving with no regret, you know, going out there and saying that I know I put my best foot forward and I didn't hold anything back. You know, I mean, that's really the most you can do and the best you can do.
I used to watch stuff and I'd be like, I can't imagine. I'm telling you what I would have done. Like, if you were like, hey, you were at the University of Michigan and you were at Ohio State, you were at Alabama, and you all won a national championship, made the school like hundreds of millions of dollars. And some dude was like, hey man, here's $5,000 for your mom. I would have taken it in a second. I'd taken $5,000, $3,000, $2,000, $800, a car, an apartment for my mom. I would have taken it all, because for me, what I would have thought was, there is no way y'all are gonna get rich, like stupid rich, where I'm living like I grew up, like in an apartment eating ramen noodles. No way in hell. So I'd have totally, and I actually never could understand that. Like, all my years growing up, I was like, dude, this makes no sense. And when I would see what happened to people, you'd be like, he got in trouble for that, or he lost this award for that. So I was fired up about it.
What I will say about NIL is that it's long overdue, and whatever suffering the NCAA has to endure because of it, it's of their own doing. If you spend such an inordinate amount of time exploiting and getting over on people for decades, eventually your comeuppance is going to arrive. And that's what has happened. The landscape of college sports is changing before our eyes, but it's something they could have prevented quite a long time ago. If they were thoughtful enough, if they were reasonable enough, etc. When you're sitting there and suspending dudes for getting a jersey, for having a meal paid for them, for getting a flight home to see their family during the holidays, when you're that much of a stickler for the rules, when it came to people you could exploit, but you certainly didn't harbor those rules for yourself and limited your own ability to monetize whenever you could, you are a hypocrite. And ultimately you have to pay the price for that. So it's not clean. There needs to be modifications and alterations. Changes need to be made. Congress will likely have to get involved even more so. There'll have to be some policing of it to some degree to ensure that competitiveness isn't compromised in any way, that the integrity of sports isn't compromised. But ultimately, they're going to have to do so while simultaneously compensating the student athlete. because you got away with not doing it long enough. With professional sports, you have collective bargaining. Student athletes don't get to collectively bargain because they haven't been unionized. And so because of that, you're taking advantage of them because you know they don't have representation, which is where the lawyer comes in, because the lawyer reminds you that you can be a criminal on the street and you're dirt poor, but they will still get you a public defender. Somebody and everybody has the right to representation in our country, but the student athlete in collegiate sports did not. It made no sense. And so you got away with making that argument for years because you use your bully pulpit to pull it off, but it's not working anymore.
Everything fucking matters. If you are told to do something in this program, you do it as if it's 4th and inches in the fucking national championship game. Why? Because it's that important, or we wouldn't tell you to do it. You want a championship, you gotta do championship shit. And it's really fucking hard, okay? But it's an investment. Every time you punch that ticket to that bus ride, every time you put yourself in really fucking hard, uncomfortable situations, it's not because you have to, it's because you're putting an investment to withdraw in January. Everything has been leading to this. We've done everything right. Had a great signing class in December. Okay? Best signing class in the history of FAU. The hard part is just fucking starting. Okay? So it's going to be hard, but you're fucking built for this. It's the best fucking offseason I've been around. The best one. I'm not exaggerating, but all it guarantees you is a chance, a seat at the damn table. You've earned that. We good? Now go eat.
All right, here they come.
CJ Hurd, freshman safety, #1 from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm gonna start off with my mom. She my why. She worked 2-3 jobs. It motivates me because if she can get up and do it, I can get up and do any workout. My grandma, she always there for me because I feel like if they can do something, I can do it. There's no excuses. I want to be the one to retire my mom. I want to be the one to have my parents kick back chilling. So I just feel like they my why because if they ain't happy, I can't be happy. With the defense, Coach Gibb, Spencer, Rock, Herm, all the guys, man, they make it easy for me. They make sure I know it. 50% of defense we run here, I ran in high school. Like a lot of stuff we run, I used to run. So it's just different names and try to get used to the hand signals. But those guys, they make sure I know it, so it's easy.
Is a choice, EJ. We all know the expectations around here. We all know what's required of us today to win a championship. You give 100%, job well done. Good job. We're out here in underwear. You did your job. Nobody's gonna win a job today, but you sure as hell can make an impression. And the old saying is true, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. You don't get it back.
So the difference between high school and college, so I went to Wolverine Academy, it was like college prep, so we had the meetings, the early lifts, the wake ups, all that, so it really not a big switch to me, it's just a little bit faster pace, body gotta get used to the fast pace, but once you get used to the fast pace, it's about the same. Once you're confident and prepare, everything gonna slow down, but at first it's fast, but you prepare, it's gonna slow down, it's gonna be slow like you a bit.
I think we had a pretty decent practice today. We can only go up from here. Excited to see all the guys rolling around, running around, all the guys are in shape, ready to go, stronger, faster than ever. Smarter, so excited to see what's gonna be coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Hi, my name is Federico Maranges. I'm from Dorado, Puerto Rico, and I play center for the offensive line. Or my best chance to end up going to play college ball was me moving to the United States. Somehow my dad moved heaven and earth, and we got a charter plane from Puerto Rico to Dominican Republic. I started in Columbus. I think it was the start of the second quarter, and the rest is history. So the offensive line is a very important position, a very tough position. You have to have rugged dudes that, are willing to put their life on the line for their brothers, because that's all what the offensive line is. And it's one of those positions where you're not noticed until you do something wrong. Every position depends on the offensive line, while the offensive line doesn't depend on anybody else. We have to do our job so that everybody else can do their job.
All right, eyes up. Guys, we've been here a year and a half. If you don't trust me now that we don't tell you to do things that help us win, you're in the wrong place. If you can't trust me yet, go somewhere else, okay? You don't know what you have left. You don't know how much you have. What, Coach, I'm giving you all I got. No, you're not. Because you're getting tricked 2.5 hours into a fucking 107 heat index practice, okay? That fucking demon is louder than you. And that's where I come into play. That's where Rock, Charlie, your coach, your teammates come into play. The demon can beat all of us as one. Can't beat all of us together. We've been doing this too long. That's why we're here. Everything you got means everything you got, and then some. You have to trust us that this is the only way. It's the only way. And you've got to pay that price every day. We clear? Yes, sir. We good? Yes, sir. Ambush, get a break. Take your shit to another level tomorrow. Let's go. Hey, work on 3. 1, 2, 3. What's this? Sideline.
How much you get NIL? How much Cris Carter get? Tell me, how much you get? In today's market.
NIL, I probably make 5-8 million.
Yeah.
Like, well, you have to realize, man, when I came into college football, I came straight from high school and was a starter and a star at Ohio State.
Correct.
Every bowl game I played in, I was 3 bowl games. I was MVP. I was the first player on the losing team to be MVP of the Rose Bowl. Broke Don Hudson's record as a true freshman against USC. USC had 3 All-Americans on their defense. And so that right there, then I made the Playboy All-American team as a freshman. I'm the only freshman on the team down in Miami. So I didn't get no NIL, but man, I got a rap sheet. I mean, I didn't get suspended 2 years later for taking money from an agent.
Correct.
Yeah, so yes, I was working my own NIL. I was doing damn research.
Correct. You were ahead of the game. Well, you were ahead of the game.
There we go. Now that's the
game. That's why you're an entrepreneur.
They should refund
Matter of fact,
I got a year eligibility left. I think I'm gonna take that one with me.
I'm a big culture guy. I like to be around people I like to be around. I'm weird like that. I want to win with people that I want to win with. And if I don't like the people or like the culture, then I'm good. I'm just out. I'm not mad at y'all. If you all want to go win, I'm good, but I'm not interested at all. So I've made a commitment to help the program in any way that I can. What got me excited and has me here is the players. I want to win with people I like. I like being around good people. I love good culture. And I was really excited with everybody I met, all the young men I met, because of not only the talent they have, and there's plenty of that, but also the way they carry themselves.
And saying, I want to help, I want to be a part of it. I've been in Boca for X number of years, and it's time for me to give back to the community. And this is how he wanted to do it, and we can't thank him enough.
I know how to make money. I know how to get people to pay money. I know how to get people to give you money. I know how to get people to give you money and give them something for giving you money, get them to give you even more money. I can get them to give you money and be excited about it, and I can help them belong to something.
Game changer. It's another word for we call force multiply. When he comes into your life, he should be able to multiply the success in your life. And that's what we're looking for. Game changers, force multipliers. When you come into the room, can you change the room? That's what Shawn Meaike can do. Change the room.
You got to win. You got to be fearless. You have to want it more than anybody's ever wanted it in their lives. And you have to look around and be excited that you are the guy. And you have to get yourself paid.
The waiting is over with. The talking's over with. Now it's time to be able to show the world all the hard work, all the sprints, all the lifting the weights. Now it's time to make plays. Now it's time to make my name known around the world. FAU. Let's go, Owls. It's time to play some fucking football.
Next time on Owls Rising.
Everybody feel as good about this as I do. We're gonna play fast. We're gonna play hard. We're coming out of the game.
When you kick that door in, you're gonna be outnumbered 70,000 to 70. It's not gonna matter if you play your best.
Let's make some noise!
How many people they have in the stands, what their fucking stars were coming out of high school, none of it fucking matters when you hit them in the face over and over and over and over and over.